Sebastian for the Metal God Meltdown, and tonight I'm joined by...
Yep, it's Norman Skinner from Niviane, Skinner and Forbidden.
It's great to be chatting to you tonight. Your third album, Queen of Phantoms, is absolutely amazing, man. It's out in
thanks, bro.
Out in a few days, yeah? How excited are you about the release of this killer album?
I'm real excited. We finished the album like 2 years ago, and we shopped it around, and it's the standard, right? A lot of people were like, labels were not interested in it because we're not, that superstar level. And then the ones that were interested in it weren't on our level, or the deals were not good. So we held out and held out and held out till we found one that we were happy with, and that was Rockshot, so out of Italy. So signed with them, so we're very excited. A lot of hard work and time went into this one.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. And of course, I've been listening to it at the gym today, to be honest with you. It's fantastic. Really good motivator, man. Really good motivator.
It's got some high energy.
Yeah, seriously, it has. It really has. Of course, all the songs will be your babies, but which is your favourite track on the album today and why?
My favorite, I would have to say it's a track called Beacon in the Darkness. That's one of my favorites. I actually wrote it with my kids in mind. And the song's just about believing in yourself and not letting everybody tear you down as you're going through life. And it can be for any age, but when I was writing the lyrics, I had my own children in mind. So it gives a little more weight to me personally. So yeah, that one's my favorite. Plus it's heavy, and it's also got a lot of good hook and melody to it too. So kind of everything I like.
But your video for Tomorrow's a New Day is so telling, and that deals with the daily fight a lot of us have to put up with. And I think looking at YouTube comments and other people's comments, it's inspiring for people, and you've had a lot of positive comments about that video and the song itself. It's very deep actually, but it's very heavy as well. It's cool.
Yeah, that was and that makes me happy because that I made that video myself. Like, we didn't hire a film crew or anything, and we kind of ran out of budget and stuff. So I worked that one myself, and then we found the live stuff is literally, we only played that song 2 to 3 times live. Luckily, somebody had taken some video. Most of the time, it's this half of the band and not that half, but it still worked out. But yeah, an interesting thing about that song is during the COVID lockdowns, guitar player Gary Tarplee was just doing a live stream, and he's like, "Hey, let's write a song," to the fans. So he just started working out riffs. I joined his live stream, and I listened to the song he was building, and I'm like, "Ooh, I like that." I go, "Send it to me, and I'll write melodies and stuff." So essentially, we were just doing an online stream of how we create together, and then the song turned out so good. We're like, this has got to be officially a Niviane song and put it on the album. So,
and to release any more videos. Obviously, release days in a couple of days. So, is that it now for singles and videos, or is something else?
Yeah, that's going to be it. Just we did a little. We hired a guy out of Brazil to do our lyric video for 12 BC Legions, just because. Once again, we weren't going to be doing any. At first, we were going to do a really massive video for Queen of Phantoms, and things just kept happening, and it just didn't happen. And then we used the budget for other things, and then finally we're like, let's just let the music speak for itself. So we got someone to do a lyric video. I took it upon myself to create the Tomorrow's a New Day video because I'm interested in that stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Queen of Phantoms visualizer that came out, I did that as well. So just so it had something to accompany it. But when you're an indie band, which is what we are, I mean, we're not we're a popular indie band, underground band. Sometimes you just got to do it yourself. So
absolutely. Well, the whole album, right, is a pure metal piece, and it does take no prisoners. And the BC song, that's the one I was using at the gym today.
Very cool.
It's keeping the metal dream alive. So talking about that, can you tell us a little bit about the album cover? And I know you're with RAWKS now, so are they going to be doing that on vinyl, or is it going to be like a CD digipack? What's happening there?
This is so we don't have a deal for vinyl. We're just strictly digital and a CD. The album artwork, however, that was so. Our first two albums we used. God, I'm blanking on the guy's name. Anyway, he just, I don't know. We were trying to work with him for the third one, and he had kind of an attitude, and he had an attitude the last couple times we worked with him, and we were like, you know what? Forget this guy. So we looked for a new artist, and Thomas Uhard, who I'm a fan of his artwork for the Avantasia albums.
Oh yeah.
So I hit him up, and I'm like, hey, you know, what is your pricing, etc., and sent him the idea, and literally 90% of what you see now was his draft, and I was like, oh wow, great job, and I couldn't be happier. The guy is professional, courteous, and a fantastic artist. So very excited that we got him on board to do the new artwork. That's
good, and it's good to know it's not AI, because AI really pisses me off, man. You know.
I will say, just you know, the single for 12 BC Legions is completely AI. But that's just a single, and that's just, you know, but the actual album artwork for a digital single, AI it all day you want. It's only for Spotify or whatever, but for an album artwork, I'm with you. Put some time and effort in it.
Excellent. Brilliant. All right, so on release date, in a couple of days, you're going to be having a release party. I'm planning
no, so we don't have, it's tough, and I apologize on behalf of Niviane to all of our fans. You know, I'm one of the culprits because I am in Forbidden. That takes a lot of my time and energy. It was also why we haven't really toured since 2021. The keyboard player, Aaron, he's also in Grave Shadow and Crepuscle, so he's got a couple other bands. Tyler, bass player, he's in the band Blessed Curse. He's a bass player in our band, but in that band, he's the front man, guitar singer. So we all have multiple projects, and getting our schedules together between 6 guys is really tough. So we have we have 0 dates currently booked, no release party plans, not even anything online. But yes, the album does come out this Friday, the 7th, and we're excited for it. But we just haven't had the time to get together to really plan any proper celebration of it.
But hopefully it'll come later on in the year, hopefully. So
hopefully something.
What do you hope listeners will take away then from Queen of Phantoms?
Hopefully for, I'm going to split it in 2. Hopefully for people that are already fans, or our older listeners that know the first 2 albums, hopefully they'll see that, you know, I think with this album we kind of found our footing. You know, we had our first album, which was us just very individuals putting ideas together to create songs. The second one, we were going, all right, let's modernize a little bit more. Let's get a little more heavy, lean a little bit more into the heavy power metal. This time around, we were just like, we kind of know what our strengths are, so we just wrote songs. But there was no more, we should go a certain direction, or we should, you know, cover these topics. It was anything goes as a band. So I'm hoping that the listeners that are already familiar with us kind of take that away and see that and also love it as much as we do. New listeners, I'm just hoping they like it. New, you know, we're a new band, and they'll go back and check out the first 2 albums as well. So
yeah.
Okay, favorite 3, and I'm going to take ones that throughout my, you know, my going through time. Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. Love that album. You know, I don't really think that they were a hair metal band on that particular album. It was a heavy album.
Yeah.
When I started delving into progressive metal, I would say Dream Theater Awake.
Okay.
Big fan of that album as well. And then something a little more, let's say The Glorious Bird, Evergrey. So actually Evergrey is my favorite band. So
really?
Yeah. I'm a huge fan. So they're my number 1. Favorite 3 vocalists. So singers I love. Matt Barlow, former Iced Earth singer, now Ashes of Aries. He's up there. Andy Frank from Brainstorm, the German power metal band, is another
man. Yeah.
Another fantastic vocalist. Third one, I would go with Zach Stevens from Savatage, possibly. Okay. Yeah, right. And honorable mention to Russell Allen from Symphony X as well. I mean, give you 4.
Yeah, you can have the 4, man. All right, well, you have the 6 on.
Yeah, people always get on me about my favorite vocalists. They're like, well, what about Dio, Halford, Dickinson, Plant? I go, everybody loves them.
Everybody loves them.
Influenced a little bit, but if my core are these other gentlemen.
The 3 essentials to take on tour.
For me, lately, my power bank. So my phone is always charged. Lately, that is huge. So my power bank's number 1. Number 2, I'm just going to say it because I need it. My stage gear, any jewelry, vest, whatever, gauntlets. It's all part of it. If I forget some of that, I'm like, I feel just like the normal guy that, came from work or something.
Yeah.
I need a. If you want to be a rock star, you got to look the part. So that's important. And then third, my sleeping earplugs, in case I'm either in a noisy room or there's an ice machine or something out there, or I have to bunk with somebody that snores or something. I have these. They're called like -5 dB or something, and they really silence. So little earplugs you can sleep in.
Which 3 countries would you love to tour that you've not toured yet or been to even?
Which band would be huge? I would love to go to Australia. I know we've already have talks about doing that, so that's a plus. Outside of that, maybe Sweden. Sweden would be cool. I've been there a couple times to record with Andy LaRocque from King Diamond, but I've never performed or toured through Sweden. But those would be 3 top ones for me. For now, there's many I haven't. There's many I haven't done.
Right. So, which musician would you have in your car for a 24-hour road trip, dead or alive?
Let's see here. This is going to be an interesting answer, but I think this guy, just from seeing him in movies and hearing him on cartoon stuff and his songwriting, Tom Petty. I would actually, I think he would be a cool guy on a road trip to hang out with and talk music. He may not like all the stuff I want to listen to, and I might like all he has to, but I think it would be a cool road trip.
If there was like a made-up song, totally made up, at your personality, what would it be called?
Oh, I don't know, man. A made-up song. See, you're saving the hard questions for last.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, those are the questions where no one thinks about that stuff. A made-up song? I don't know, man. Zero idea.
All right, on that.
That's some Sigmund Freud, like I need a inner self stuff.
All right. So, would you want to be able to stop time or rewind time?
Oh, stop, for sure. I mean, what's done is done, but I would love to have more time now to do stuff. So I'd be stopping that thing all the time.
Totally. Are you into death metal or progressive metal?
Oh, I'm really not big into death. I like very, very limited death metal. So progressive all the way. I like a lot of progressive metal bands.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. I mean, sometimes like I say, you get check those albums sent through every fucking day. But sometimes I go on YouTube and I'll just like scroll through and I listen to something. Think, this is brilliant, and it's I'm like,
vocals can ruin a band for me like that.
I mean, some of it's all right, but
yeah, it's really got to capture me. And it's got to be done right. And it can't sound like every other. It can't sound like noise. If it's just let me play as fast as I can and you scream and get as low guttural as you can, I'm not going to be into that. What was the first one? Or pizza?
McDonald's.
Oh, pizza all the way. Even bad pizza is good pizza for the most part.
Yeah. All right. So the final one: are you a morning person or a night owl?
Oh, absolutely night owl. My wife's a morning person. She's up way before me, and I stay up after she goes to sleep. So, yep, night owl. Hey, all you metalheads, this is Norman Skinner from Forbidden, Skinner, and Niviane, and you're watching Seb's 666 Metal.
Again, congratulations on the album. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Just that the best place to check out, since I'm in multiple bands and I have multiple albums coming out, please check out my website. It's normanskinner.net. So that's the best way to be like, oh, I like this album. What else does he do? Because I'm proud of everything that I've done, past and present, and that's my big takeaway. I just want everyone to check out everything I've done, not just one album.